host, Felipe Savage, and welcome back to the Fair Shake Podcast. As always, I wouldn't be here alone. I'm with the one, the only El Capitan. Take it away.
What's up, everybody? This is part two of our Call of Duty cast. Hope you guys enjoy this part of the episode too, and on to the next host.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Whatever time you guys are listening to this today. Finna get mango, no huevos. So, last week we had started talking about all the different aspects of Call of Duty and what they're bringing to the table with the new DLC and the roadmap. Now we're just gonna continue off of that, and now on to the show.
So,
So,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. So the last weapon that we spoke about was between the machete and that E tool, right? But the final weapon in the list is the sniper. It's a ZRG 20 millimeter sniper. Built for sharpshooters who need power to eliminate targets at extremely long ranges, the bolt action sniper rifle boasts a faster bullet velocity than any other weapon in its class, as well as the ability to eliminate operator with a single shot to the head, chest, or shoulder. In exchange for a slower fire rate, its reload speeds are among the fastest in the category, allowing snipers to quickly change out magazines when faced with multiple hostile forces. So I want to know, you made a good point earlier, Savage. You said you got to look at it from the Cold War aspect and the Warzone aspect. The Cold War aspect, nobody's using that gun. I don't know a sniper who uses snipers in Cold War. That's
Yeah.
specifically the draw. That's specifically the draw in the Warzone players, the ones that are snipers.
Oh, not for sure.
If this is by any means what it says it's gonna do, I had sent Chris and some of my sniper friends this screenshot about this gun is gonna be horrendous. You understand? Because plebs are gonna be able to just pop off from down there, hitting just your shoulder, just your chest. You understand? Is it really earned in your opinion, or is something that needed to be added into the game to switch up the sniper meta?
You
So
could
this
go
is supposed
first.
to be like the true 50 cal, right? Like that's what it's sounding like to me. Because the Rytech, let's be honest, that was is I don't know why it's in the game. Um, this is sounding like the heavy duty sniper, like I said, the 50 cal. I feel like it's definitely gonna be broken from the get in Warzone. You already know that. It's gonna probably be like the velocity is gonna be probably hit scan. Like that's how fast it'll be. That's what I'm assuming. But as somebody who likes to snipe but doesn't really snipe that much, it sounds cool. Like I'm already getting tired of like the car 98 is more for a aggro sniper, you running around sniping. The HDR is more for like camping sniping, and those are like the only two snipers really. Like people say they use the Tundra here and there, yeah, that's another
Yeah,
aggro one.
I would
And
say
I forgot the
the
SPR.
SPR
So
208.
I don't see a lot of people using that.
So I actually used that gun because I recommended it to E last night. But the car, I 100% agree with you. It's definitely an aggro sniper. It's meant to pop, 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 pop. Just keep it moving. You don't got to stay there for long. The HDR balanced. Definitely, if you can hold for a little long, you get those shots off. The Tundra is falling in line behind the car. The Pellington sucks. Map pickup
Ugh.
sucks, but if you could build on it, I seen a video from True Game Data. I just found out he's actually a real YouTuber. I always thought it was a website. I'm not gonna hold you. And I saw his video and I liked his breakdown of it, and I sniped. And it is true. It is a good sniper, but it has to be kitted out. You cannot use it off the map.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
for
the
sure.
SPR 208, it would fall in line between that aggro-ish kind of gun, but it is again, it has to appeal to you as a sniper. It's not a gun that you pick up and assume that it's gonna do all the work for you. When it first dropped, ridiculous hit scan. It was literally point and click. Well, for me, point and click, heady, simple. But that rounds up all the guns. That rounds up the PoE stuff, the map, the operators, some of the game modes. Any takes?
What about
Um.
how you guys feel about the reactive blueprints? What are you
Oh.
hoping to see there?
Um. Personally, I think that again, this is something that has to be done right because it can look ugly very fast. Like if you don't detail it correctly, if you like half-ass it, it's gonna be just ugly. It's gonna look ugly, and a lot of people have been saying Black Ops guns have camos have been, not good. So
I
it's
say it all
like
the time.
with reactive camos, BO4 did it really good. BO4 reactive camos, I can remember a few that were really really good. It was really fun to use them. You wanted to go on that 5, 6, 7 kill streak because the gun made it a little bit more like like, oh, now my gun is gold and it was just purple. So it could be good. I think that it adds another layer of microtransactions. So
I'm
like
paying for it.
I know for
I
a
ain't gonna lie,
fact
I'm paying for
I
it.
know for a fact, they're gonna get another, 2 bill off of reactive camos because you that was probably the next step after tracers, right? You think about it, tracers was a huge step in Call of Duty, making it your gun look a little bit more cooler.
The
Now
only
with
drawback from
reactive
tracers,
tracer, you
I
know,
could see that what you just said combined it. The only con about the tracer is that if you have an engagement where it's like this, let me see my hands, like this far apart, right? You
Mm,
can see so you know who to
yeah,
go to. You
yeah,
understand?
who's shooting at you? Yeah,
That's the only con. But again,
Yeah, but don't you know it secretly does more damage to tracer
it
rounds?
does, it does.
don't say that
Sponsored,
because I got all the colors. I got,
sponsored.
bro. I literally have all the M4 colors, all of them,
Oh, the M4 is the best.
all of them,
That's a
and
gun
they also
everybody
have the
uses.
the rainbow one. Well, I call it the rainbow one, but it shoots the Italian
The
colors.
fireworks? Oh,
Yeah,
that's Italian. Oh, okay, I get
I
what you.
have
I
that one
remember
too. The
that one.
fireworks one also, bro. I have all of the colors. First
I
the
think that
GRU, the kilo.
Activision know what they're doing with their microtransactions. Pro is single handedly funding their entire
Yeah, I
their
know.
entire organization. But honestly, I think reactive
100%. I'm gonna
camos
even lie.
reactive camos will definitely bring a little bit more flair to that, you know, player side, player POV, me as the player. I like to see stuff like that in video games. I think that that's why in video games such as Overwatch and all these games where you go for those golden guns and the camos, you like to see that stuff. Is it going to affect gameplay? No, it will not affect your gameplay, even though we think the tracers do a little bit more damage. Um, but yeah, I think if done correctly, it could be a hit quickly too. To where they're just hotcakes. Here's another reactive camera. Here's another one. So it's all about how they do it, how they really structure the camos. Because if you think about it, look how easy it was to mess up camos like fall camos in this new Black Ops one. There's supposed to be a fall camo. If you guys look at one of the camos, it's supposed to be like a fake fall camo, and it's terrible.
I don't take
Like
you
Yeah, they're
mean
it's
all
like
bad.
the
it's
season
terrible.
four,
Like remember fall camo from MW2?
mm-mm.
Oh, what?
But I don't
You don't
understanding. You mean like
wait.
the cosmetic, the look of it?
Yeah, the fall
Okay,
camo, the
okay, okay,
orange, yellow,
okay. Yeah,
black.
yeah, yeah. Now I know. Yeah,
Yeah. So that they really fell off, man. I don't know. I think that reactive camos can just add another layer
I
of POV.
love, I love the fact that the skins they're dropping skins. I love the fact that d- definitely the camo stuff, but the reactive I want to get into. You understand? And definitely no Warzone guns are gonna get that treatment. None.
Of reactive,
Yeah.
I think the Cold War is gonna
The
have the
Cold War, yeah,
reactive.
absolutely. But we're not gonna get that from
No,
the
it's like if Dark Matter. It's like how Dark Matter. Like you're not gonna have Damascus Cold War guns. Like they're
no,
gonna
yeah,
have
yeah.
this own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see the maps? There's a new multiplayer map, Apocalypse, something like that. It shows a little picture
Yeah.
of it on the season 2 thing. Uh, there's a Golova multi-team. What is that? Multi-team is
Probably
what, like ground war
right,
or whatever?
it's a fire team.
Oh, fire team. And
Yeah.
then they have Mansion gunfight. Mansion looks a little familiar, but that's about it. I was hoping for another. I feel like they should do one new map and one bring back an older fan favorite. Like give me firing range again, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Firing range was good. It had nice symmetry to it, nice engagements, breakaways, and stuff. It was one of my favorite search and destroy maps of all time. I liked the flow of that map.
I
But
think that. Sorry to cut you.
no, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
think that as of recently, it's good that you brought up maps because I've been wanting to say this. In the past, like couple CODs, how many classic maps have they produced? You look at maps like High Rise, you look at maps like Terminal and
Like
Nuketown,
maps
and
we won't
you
forget.
know, yeah, like I feel like they are really missing.
Modern
I
Warfare, none of them.
I
All of them
can't,
are forgettable to me.
bro.
Favela, man.
I I
Favela.
can't
If we got
exactly
that map, bro,
maps like that really held us as Call of Duty players. And to the viewers out there that don't play COD too much, play any other game. I want you to think about whatever game you do play that has that map based fighting game or shooting game. Like what developers are doing nowadays is they're giving us the bare minimum they could scrap together. Like I really feel like I'm not getting terminal style maps. I'm not
next
getting
year
high rise.
prepare yourself.
I'm not getting maps like that. I can't really even in this map. Maybe Crossroads becomes a classic. Maybe,
Yeah, and
but
next year prepare yourself because if you're owner of the new systems, you're paying $70 for that game.
look at that.
You
You're
understand?
not getting. I feel like games aren't. This is not just a COD thing too. I want that to be absolutely clear to the viewers. It's not just a COD thing. It's just games nowadays. I really feel like they're not filling them as well as they can. Like what map in MW, like Chris just stated, can you say, yo, that's a classic map? I can't wait to play Modern Warfare 9 and play Piccadilly. Nobody's saying that. You know, I
They
can't
all
wait till
for
they make.
bad reasons. They'll be
Yeah.
remembered, but all the like what was the your favorite map? All those windows in the middle had that had I forgot the name of the map. It's we call it hazmat because
Saint Petrograd,
oh my
bro.
it's bro, there's so many windows you
I
have to
think
look at when capping B.
the I
Bro.
enjoy what I liked about the map flows in Modern Warfare was that it was it was it was a mess kind. It was a mess really. That's what it was. There was no actual like separate
Hmm.
lane where you could so it broke it up. You understand? But it, I'm at a loss for words because I know there's a group of people that like that style of play, like cover this
Hmm.
lane, cover this lane, cover this lane. We're gonna use this lane to break through, cover these two lanes, blah blah. Whatever it is, you get it done.
Yeah.
You understand? And I return back to this game, even in Warzone. I'm not War. I always refer to Modern Warfare as Warzone, but Modern Warfare
That's the only good thing about it.
they
That's
had
a fact.
tried it with their version of the shooting range, the wood place. I always forget the name of that one. But it was basically three lanes.
Oh, shoe house, shoe
Shoe house,
house.
yeah. It was basically that they knew that people wanted that style back, and they deliberately made a map that fit that style. You
That may
know,
be the only even that map, this that little top area where you could
Top
hide and
office?
office, everybody,
the worst, bro.
No,
everybody.
no, no, no. Shoe House 24/7 could stay in MW, bro. I'm looking for something like when they release maps in these in this day and age, you gotta hit on all cylinders. You understand? I get it. The map is free. We're not paying for map packs no more. Don't get me started on that. Because even the ones we used to pay for were shit. But even now, like I feel like that give us something that, oh man, I can't wait to play on that. Like we're only saying that about like goated maps like Raid. Of course Raid is goated, Express is goated, you know, as much as we hate Nuketown, it's goated. It's still a map that it brings us back to a certain point in our Call of Duty lifespan. Oh man, I remember playing Nuketown, the OG Nuketown, and it was really fun. I remember playing Rust, and
So,
that's another thing.
at what
Maps like
point,
Rust.
if we continue down this lane,
Mhm.
I could see Call of Duty having another 5 to 8 years of sustainability. You understand?
Of
Where
bringing back old maps.
no, of where it's always gonna release. You understand? I say 5 to 8 years because there's always gonna be a shooter that takes away from that, from that company, in a sense that people might start realizing they don't want to play that style anymore. You understand? It's great because you can always get in and get out. But how much iteration can you do on a game when you dropping it so often? Now, would you still be willing to play Nuketown 8 years from now? Would you be as
Me,
Depends.
excited? Would you be as excited if you are excited now
Uh,
to play it 8 years from
I
now?
hate I
oh,
hate it now, but I can't deny that it's a good map. Like
mhm.
to if you want to get skins or kills, it's one of the best maps. Like
So, but
It has its
I won't
purpose.
be
does that make
excited.
that map a good map then?
Yeah.
Because it allows you to unlock skins. That's what makes it a good map.
You'd be
Yes.
So
I
why
I
are they
surprised
think
not
so.
playing that in CDL?
Oh, that's
because
it's not a good
nope.
competitive map. It's
Yeah, it's
different.
that's different though.
That's different.
Competitive
That's
maps
like
and
shipment.
maps that
You
are
want
like
shipment as a
classics.
competitive map?
Yeah,
Give me
exactly. And
shipment.
shipment,
Give me shipment
that's
competitive map,
ridiculous.
bro. That'd be a
It's
two
just a
second
free for
match.
all. For that, you make a free for all competitive like playlist or whatever, and just the best players in shipment and see who fucking has the most kills.
I, I really think that
That'd be cool to
uh
watch, but
maps now, they do need a competitive aspect because they did franchise Call of Duty, with the teams and everything. And that's something we could get in maybe another time. But just staying on the map thing, it's like that's kind of what they have to take into consideration with a lot of these maps is like, okay, what's going to be just for casuals, what's going to be for competitive, and what's going to be something that really blows the socks off of people and say, yo, this is the map that's really entertaining, really fun, and could be used years to come. Because I really think that they make some of these maps in hopes that, yo, we could use these assets in maybe another Call of Duty later on down the line, so we don't have to make a new map. You
Carbon
know what I mean?
copies.
Yeah. So like, it's all about how you see it. You know,
I mean,
that's
it's
what I gotta say about the
overgrown.
maps.
and for example, like I was gonna bring up the fact that the maps that they brought back in Modern Warfare, like let's like Rust, what was the other one? Supposed to be Scrapyard or whatever. That's I forgot
Yeah,
what the
scrap.
fucking they brought them back, but they like kind of messed with them, and it kind of messed it up to
The
me.
Yep.
flow of it. Vacant.
I like that Treyarch brought back um Express and Raid and didn't touch anything, and it's still good the way it is. Like you don't have to
Those just throw
tune
some
up
color on the
those.
walls.
Yeah, you don't have to tune up like Modern Warfare tried to tune up those maps and make them more modern, for lack of a
Mhm.
better word. Um, and they like fucked it up because Rust, I hated that Rust.
Oh,
The Modern Warfare Rust was terrible.
it felt really like, oh, Rust. I remember again. It might be because we were younger and we just remember it differently, and I
Like
felt
going
like I
back
had
to your
no
old elementary
space.
school.
I had no
Go
space
back to
on
your
that
old elementary
Rust,
school
dude.
now. You be like,
On this Rust, I felt like you couldn't get across map fast enough. You understand what I'm saying? So like a lot of things that went wrong with Modern Warfare is a laundry list, right? But honestly, man, what really killed some of those maps, and maybe if you take them doors off the hinges, the maps will flow a little bit differently. But
Those doors you open up
Jesus,
like you running through.
dude, like you robbing the bank, bang, bang, bang. Like, come on, dude, you gotta slow down. And Pro touched on this earlier. There's a lot of things that games should add and games should put in to make it feel new. But then there's doing too much, and us as Call of
I
Duty players,
remember,
we
I
don't want
remember,
too much.
I remember when the developer was talking about the map layouts and stuff. The doors were meant to slow down the pacing, but instead, what happened was they really confirmed it was we're adding doors to give noobs a chance to win.
You know
Basically,
what
Everything,
they
it
said
is,
campers.
everything they did in Modern Warfare was for noobs. The
dude?
mounting, all those windows.
Hidden mounting. I despise it, bro.
Oh man, well, let's move on because I could talk
Yeah.
about MW for
I was,
yeah.
I was gonna say that you guys said there's no. I agree. There's no real like memorable Modern Warfare maps, but like for Cold War, I really like you said, Crossroads. I really like. I'm starting to like Garrison a lot as a map in general,
Hmm.
and I just feel like I don't know, just all around except for what's that fucking map? Oh, Checkmate.
Miami.
I
Oh,
still hate Checkmate.
Oh,
Miami, I could
checkmate,
deal with.
checkmate,
Checkmate, I can't
Miami,
stand.
and for me, satellite, man.
Oh, Satellite's my
oh,
long shot map,
I
I
love
hate
satellite.
satellite, man. I
but
absolutely
you
despise
could just
satellite.
tell that the Treyarch map designers are way better than the Modern Warfare
Oh,
ones.
agree,
You could just
100%.
tell.
And they detail a little bit more. So as to where people had to focus on in MW, they had to focus on, okay, where can we throw a door? Where can we put a wall that somebody could mount on? Because you have to incorporate that into your maps, right? Because those are like things that you are doing new inside of your game. As to where like you're able to make these a little bit more open spaces, a little bit more controllable spaces like Garrison, you know playing that ramp. You understand how? I mean, the bridge. Excuse me. Imagine somebody mounting on that bridge.
Oh
You
my
understand what I'm
god.
saying? How crazy that would be. But since mountain is not in the game, the bridge is fair. Yeah, yes, it could be a little bit out of hand sometimes, but you can still see the guy enough to get the shot if you do have the shot available. You understand what I'm saying? But now if he's
Yeah.
mounted crouch and you see just his bean, you're not doing nothing. You understand? So that's why I'm like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Garrison is a favorite of mine, but if I had to list like maybe a top three Black Ops, if we could do that really quick, it would probably be Crossroads, Moscow. Moscow is really good. And then I would have to end Satellite. I love Satellite.
I hate cartel. I hate Miami. I hate checkmate.
Oh,
Just I
Cartel.
hate.
Cartel. I
I
think we could
love,
all agree is the worst map in that game.
I
Dude,
love,
to this day.
I to Chris's sentiment. Raid is.
Oh, it's perfect.
I love Raid.
I'm starting to
Um,
hate. I don't think. I think I'm playing it too much. I'm starting to hate Express.
That's
I
probably
um,
think I
because you play
play it
too
too
much.
much. Yeah.
Pines, which is the more I think I rarely play.
It's okay.
I rarely play,
Pines is
and
low tier. I
my
think too.
maps would have to be the Crossroads and Moscow and Raid. I see those maps and I get excited. But
I
now that
agree
we're
with those.
done talking about the Fair Shake building class, we could change the subject now because I'm sure people are like, maps, that's all we hear is maps.
Um, what else is on this thing? The last thing I think we haven't touched on is something they say new Warzone modes, Resurgence Extreme. I don't remember what was regular Resurgence. Is that the one that
So
you come back
so I actually
if
was
you have the
playing with
money or
some
whatever?
randoms earlier. I wanted to see what they were because I thought that it was the whole map is still Rebirth, which Rebirth
Oh, Rebirth.
is
Okay.
wild. So what happens is as you die, if someone's alive, you you as the fallen player have like a respawn time. The more
Okay.
you're killing while I'm in the air still, the less time I have to respawn.
Okay.
That's all it does. And so there is no gulag. Then the other version is they have the gulag, but you don't respawn. It's just really, really tiny, like really small, and like off the rip, the map is closing. Like the moment you come out the plane is just closing. So
Okay. And then there's another mode that says exfiltration. It looks like they're running towards the chopper. So I'm guessing that's like you trying to leave, like in zombies, when you're
I
trying to
think you know
leave the
what would be
map.
fire. Like was that mode in some games where protecting the leader type mode?
They
Guardian.
have that like
Guardian.
VIP.
Yeah,
Don't they have that in Cold War?
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they do. Nobody plays it
So,
though.
so if I had to guess, Extraction is probably with zombies in it. If I had to
I hope
guess.
not.
Um, question more for Leap because he plays competitive, but you've played competitive playlists too, pro. Um, Control. How do you guys feel? Is it? Would you rather have? You know how last year was Hardpoint, Damo, Search.
Yeah.
This year is Control, Search, Hardpoint. Would you rather have something else other than Control, like a capture the flag or something?
Well, one of my favorite competitive modes is not even a mode anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's because the whole jetpack thing left. But Uplink,
Yeah, a
Uplink
lot of
was
I
an
see a lot of
amazing,
pros talking about that.
So
bro.
for those
Uplink
who
was an
don't know
amazing
what
competitive
control
aspect.
is, there's two more points on the map, and essentially either defending or attacking. You have to control those points, and while you're controlling those points, both teams are losing lives.
Mm.
Yeah. So control in itself is a good competitive mode, but I feel like in this day and age, it's something that is very can get out of hand really quick, especially if one team is just way better than the other team. It feels kind of like, let's say if my team is just clearly better than your team, we get to a control map, you're not going to get a point on us, and it's going to be a free win. As to our domination, it was more about like, hey, how can we rotate the map enough to get, the certain flags, the amount of flags we need. If we're down, we just maybe need to get 2 picks on your team, to then flip the map holds, I mean the flag holds, so Dom used to really give another element to teamwork, as to where now with control, it's just like you really just look at it, you just got to kill the other team. It's like team deathmatch almost, because if yeah, there's moments in control where you can really try and, out strategize the other team, but I don't think it's as, like you don't need that much teamwork and control. One guy could go and just kill the other team and win by himself. So I think competitively, yeah, control is horrible. If I had to choose, if it was Damo or another game type, I would definitely choose Uplink, but Uplink's not in the game. But Damo would definitely be way more suitable for like the CDL than control to me.
I
Pro,
see.
you gotta need yeah.
I see your argument with the control. So essentially, when you control, um, by rights, I feel like defending should win. By rights, you understand? You just hunker down. This is where those head glitch moments. You got two people just constantly working their way. However, what makes it different is that it depends on the attacking, how they attack. You understand? Because if you have 2-2 and three go and one goes this way, your three are more likely going to overpower that two. If these guys turn into bots halfway. Now, what I like, I kind of at first I hated control. I thought it was terrible. I was like, no, what kind of mode is this? This is weird. I don't like it. Da da da. But it grew on me. What I do like about domination now is that aspect of you're moving together. What I don't like about domination is that essentially if you get 2 points, B and C or A and C, depending on where that placement of the opposite flag is, there's always a dominant flag, a
Hmm.
dominant point. You understand? And you could essentially just keep those the losing team at that spot, and they will never move. You
For
understand?
not to cut you off, a good example, you know the map Armada, the
Hmm.
boat. If you have B and you hold that middle where the windows are looking into their spawn,
Yep.
forget it, bro.
That's
Is
why Armada
that's
is
a good
not a competitive
example.
map. Yeah.
But
Okay, ladies and
go ahead,
gentlemen, we're
continue.
at the 10-minute mark. As
Oh,
last time, we're
let
gonna
me do
do
my
uh
last thing before.
5-minute warning, 2-minute warning, and then we'll end. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying and tuning in this long. Thanks for coming back to part two. But continue.
So before we leave, I wanted to get your guys' favorite Call of Duties. Like I want you to rank them.
Hmm.
Um, I could list them off if you need like to remember, but if you know off the top of your head,
I'm gonna
like your
just
top,
Google all Call of Duties.
yeah, I have
I
it here
definitely
too.
know if definitely know my
I don't
five
know.
off
Yeah, you could
the
do
tip of
top
the tongue.
five just to go ahead.
So my top five is that the format we're doing? I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah,
know if
top five from
okay.
from 5 to 1.
So 5 to 1, I'm definitely gonna give my five to Black Ops One. I think it really set the tone for Black Ops in general. Like at that point, I was like, "Oh my god, this game is cool." You know, it brought a lot of stuff. A lot of the guns were so fun to use, especially coming off like the whole Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare Two into that. It was really enjoyable. My number four, it gets a lot of hate, because it did kind of take Titanfall's style, which is Black Ops 3. I really enjoyed Black Ops 3 because it was something that really felt like, okay, is this Call of Duty? It made me think twice, but at its core it was 100% Call of Duty. My number 3 is Modern Warfare, well, not Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, excuse me. Call of Duty 4 is my original first COD. Something that I only played maybe the back end months of. So I didn't play when it released, but like maybe the endings, like 4 or 5 months before it ended until the new COD, I played that one. And I was just hooked on Call of Duty forever after that, because I used to be a Gears head through and through, some Halo, but playing 4, I was addicted. Number 2, you guys already know it. Black Ops 2, hands down, the best Black Ops of all time at this current moment. I don't think they'll probably ever get to that peak again. I think that you end Black Ops in general after this year, 100%, and because you're never gonna get to Black Ops 2 level. You never will. And the big, number one, the gun, just because of this gun and how much fun I had with this gun, UMP 45 MW2, got to give it to the MW2. That's where my S&D, really shined. I really became more into like following Call of Duty, following Optic, following MV, and all those old Call of Duty players. I used to love Big Timer and all those guys. Watching those guys play, because I wanted to be that. So Modern Warfare 2 was definitely that, for me. So Modern Warfare 2 is my number one.
Pro,
Um,
your top five starting
yeah,
from the bottom.
least. All right, so I'm up there. Call of Duty 4, my favorite. That was the game that did it for me. I played heavily on Search and Destroy, heavily on Domination. Me and my friends used to always play Hardcore Search. It was, I think, a stepping stone in the right direction for the series when it first came back. Then World at War. That's probably the only old game that I enjoyed. I thought it was solid gameplay, solid gun shooting. The maps were okay. They didn't differ much, but um, I think it goes up there. The next game, Modern Warfare 2, probably it should be at number 2, but Modern Warfare 2 for me was such a solid game. My favorite kill streak of all time was enemy AC 130. Every time you heard that,
Yeah.
where we at 3, 2 would have to be, I kind of like fell off because after a while I just didn't like them anymore. But did I mention Black Ops?
No, you got COD 4, World at War, and Modern Warfare 2.
So Black Ops 1, I absolutely loved Black Ops 1. The Commando was like my go-to. The Galil was my go-to. That's the only game where I have a ridiculously high kill streak, and I wish I could go back in time. Well, I wish COD held that record. Um, and then Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare to me really
The
rekindled
newest
my,
one.
yeah, yeah, really rekindled my enjoyment for Call of Duty. I came back with open arms, and that's it.
Okay. I didn't expect that. So my number five, it would, if you're including Warzone, is Modern Warfare, just because of Warzone. So it would be Warzone, not even Modern Warfare. If not, it's Cold War, the new one, because just for the simple fact that recently I've really started getting into competitive with Leap, and this one, um, we only played Modern Warfare and this one competitive, and this one is way better. So that's why it makes it my top five list. I have a lot of fun playing competitive, and the maps are decent. Um, Number four for me would probably be Black Ops One, just cause like Felipe said, the guns, just the nostalgia, all the as the first time you saw Nuketown, first time you saw shooting range, all that good stuff. Number three would be, I want to say, COD 4. That was my first COD that I like really got into. Um, and just to speed this up, two would be Black Ops 2, and then one would be Modern Warfare 2. The two best to me.
Yeah, I think in general, Modern Warfare 2, it probably solidifies it for all of us how good that game was, how solid that game was. Great gameplay, great guns, great map design. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, of all creeds, thanks for stopping by to part two of special guest with Felipe Savage. It was a heavily influenced Modern Warfare, Call of Duty esque podcast. These last two, Fats should be returning back soon. We'd love to have Felipe Savage come by later on again this year. Talk about other things other than COD. Uh,
Definitely.
but Chris, take it away, and Leaps, if you have any words of
Yeah,
endearment
you
for
want to
the
plug
viewers,
anything?
go ahead.
Nah, no plug, but just stay tuned. The boys are doing a phenomenal job with the Fair Shake. Every week after week they got amazing content coming out. You guys already know. Like, just keep it love. That's it.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Fair Shake Podcast. Suck